Hi fans, thanks for clicking the dreaded D-Rose report, where you can get all the news, all at one place. Factual? Why, hell yes. Hey, Variety reports that Mike Pavone has left WWE Studios to pursue other activities and opportunities, but why am I telling you this? No big deal. He's probably upset as everybody else about the WWE studio movies. Took off. Anyway, great news though, the report that WWE legend Paul Orndorff is now cancer-free, having a major scare earlier this year, so great news for him. Alright, August, this is just terrible. The August 5th episode of Haven, I don't know if you watched that or not on Sci-Fi, where former WWE superstar Edge was on it. It scored a 1.34 cable rating with about 1.2 million viewers. Yeah. Edge's appearance, though, didn't help the ratings, though. The show on July 29th, the week before, did a 1.47 cable rating with over 2 million viewers. So, I don't know if you're going to see too many superstars trying to help that show out anymore. Man. Anyway, John Morrison, he's going to be appearing at Kmart Center, West 3rd Street, Los Angeles today. 6 p.m. Wristband policies in effect there for the first 300 people. Matches taped for tonight's WWE Superstars are going to be Fox taking on Tamina, Beretta taking on DiBiase, Clay taking on former Tough Enough contestant AJ Kirsch, and tag team champions Tunga and McGillicuddy taking on Bourne and Morella. And anyway, there's it's been on a several year hiatus. I guess it was called The Informer. It was once featured in WWE Magazine, although the monthly column consisted largely of made-up stories that would sometimes correctly predict they kind of mishmash stuff in there. So anyway, it's now called WWE Gossip, in case you want to check that out. One of the things in there it's got is sources say that The Rock isn't the only Attitude Era superstar planning to step into the ring in 2012. Says they're giving us a hint that there's an E in his name. We'll see. Alright, it was reported yesterday, if you caught my report, that WWE.com's bio on Mike Chioda made mention of the deceased wrestler Chris Benoit. Well, he was considered, and anyway, he recalled that November 2029. Did I say that? 2029? And on November 29th, 2004, it was declared, contrary decision. It was a triple threat match, and anyway, they had a simultaneously a count. It was a 3 count. So anyway, he mentioned his name, but it's been removed now. Meanwhile, WWE on the bio of Jack Doan says that Benoit's match with Kurt Angle at WrestleMania 17 is one of the most memorable moments. So they deleted one mention of him, now they got another mention of him on it. WWE is looking to bring back several names from the past over the next year as a way to bring some of their fans who stopped watching the wrestling product because their favorite superstar is gone. No returns have been specific, confirmed yet, but usual suspicions is going to be probably Mick Foley, Chris Jericho, and Batista. And word is that some familiar mid-card names from the past is also going to be back. So we'll have to see what they're up to, which is a good deal. Regarding a media interview from yesterday, Edge said he would be appearing at SummerSlam, believe it or not. It looks like the author took Edge's comments out of text, though. Edge will be appearing at SummerSlam Access, though, but said a few of the interviews that he was going to be returning to the hotel after Access appearance. Edge added that he would be waiting on Christian and Dolph Ziggler to finish working so they could go out for sushi. So I don't know if he kind of let something out of the bag or ahead of time, or whether he's actually going to be doing something. He may help Christian win. He's done that before. Or he may help Christian lose and turn on Christian, since Christian is being the heel now. The latest on women's wrestler Tennille Taylor who was trained by Lance Storm coming into WWE. She's going to be starting sometime in 2012. She's offered a deal by WWE a while back, but had to go through visa issues and then underwent surgery on her shoulder. After Sunday's TNA Hardcore Justice pay-per-view, Bill Goldberg retweeted a message from a fan. Says, "Sorry, Crimson, a spear without a jackhammer just sucks." And anyway, Crimson seemed to retweet the personal his personal feeling of Goldberg. Says, "Goldberg, while you were getting stretched by Chris Jericho, I was dodging bullets for this country." So I don't know. Goldberg responded, "Who are you again?" Alright, WWE Hall of Famer Hulk Hogan turns 58 years old today, and ECW original Bill Alfonso turns 54. Hogan pushed that 60 mark. And supposedly, I haven't seen this yet, Brooke Hogan's supposed to be coming out with a nude picture. I've been looking all over the internet for it, for PETA. And supposedly Hogan financed the nude photo shoot of Brooke. Well, I don't know about that. Man. Matches for tonight's TNA Impact on Spike TV is Mickie James taking on Madison Rayne, #1 contenders match. Robbie E. and Brian Kendricks taking on Brian Kendricks in an X Division title match. Beer Money versus Rob Van Dam and AJ Styles in the Bound for Glory series match. Tara and Miss Tessmacher taking on ODB and Miss Jackie, which I thought was kicked out of the place, but apparently they got a key. Plus a 4-man Bound for Glory series main event is going to be Crimson, Gunner, Steiner, and Bully Ray. Regarding the possibility of Melina going to TNA, she had a fan called Bruce Pritchard, which is now over there working. Used to work for WWE. Anyway, Pritchard now works as head of talent for TNA, so it's possibly she could get a deal offered to her real quick. No word yet if TNA is interested in any other recently released talent, but there's a few out and around. Diva Dirt reports that the Women's Superstar Champion it's called Women's Superstars Uncensored promotion is negotiating with Melina and Gail Kim, hoping to get them booked for November 19th. They got a pay-per-view coming up. You guys know anything about that? Superstars Uncensored, Women's Superstars Uncensored promotion. WSU, I guess. Let me know anything on that, if you know. London riots have affected both WWE and TNA, as a Sony warehouse that stored millions of DVDs stocked for Europe. It was destroyed by fire. And man, if you haven't seen any of the London riots going on, man, they were setting their own place on fire like you wouldn't believe. Bad news. Anyway, JBL recently made it clear on his Facebook that he is not interested in returning to WWE as a wrestler, and when asked if he would be considered a role as manager or announcer, the former Grand Slam champion said he would be open to it, but WWE's not contacted him about a return or anything. July 4th episode of Raw had in about 400,000 homes watching it on a DVR or tape delay, making it the highest percentage ever of homes watching a delayed program versus live. July 11th, Raw did 324,000 homes, 18th 319 homes. Hardy's are noted that his own wrestling school is in the works. It says Hardy. Oh, I skipped the line. Wait a minute. In response to yesterday's report of the Wrestling Observer that TNA hasn't brought back Matt or Jeff Hardy because they have refused to go to rehab. Matt wrote on Twitter, not the case at all. Said Hardy's also noted that his own wrestling school is in the works. But as far as I know, man, they're not going back to rehab, and I think both of them may need to. For the third straight week in a row, The Miz has hosted MTV's Challenge. Rivals after the show last night. I don't know anything about MTV's Challenge. I must be on this thing too much, I guess. But let me know if you know anything about the MTV, the Challenge, Rivals. Hey, thanks for clicking, you guys. I gotta go.